For more updates, click on subscribe and click on bell button for latest notifications. Hi friends, welcome to Tech ARKIT YouTube channel. My name is Ravi. In this video session, we are going to see that the new series of videos we are going to start in this course, like the all new content with the new version of Red Hat Linux version 8. So this is for completely beginner can start from here to learn the Linux, and they will become an expert. So the course name is called Linux Tutorial Complete Beginners Guide from Tech ARKIT. So let's see that what is the course content and what is the topics are going to cover in this course, and the videos will come one by one, so daily basis. So my name is Ravi. I'm here to love to provide the training session. You can reach me at this email address, and you can also tweet me at aravikumar48. So if you have any questions or any topics if you would like to add in this course, you can also free to comment on this video description, so that we will try to add the topic if it is related to this beginners guide. So about my experience, so I have overall 10 years of experience into the infrastructure, operations management, and customer support and training. So I love to help people by sharing the knowledge and skills. So I always believe that the power gained by sharing knowledge, not hoarding it. So my technical capabilities, so here, so the expertization on my storage is SAN, NAS, DAS, and unified storage on these brands. Linux operating systems like Red Hat, CentOS, Fedora, SUSE, and Ubuntu. Programming languages like HTML, PHP, shell scripting, and Python. Database skills, MySQL, MS SQL, PostgreSQL, and MariaDB. Backup and recovery, so I have the experience on Commvault Backup, exe, Avamar, and NetVault, and monitoring tools like Nagios, Nagios XI, JBix, iSigna, and OpenNMS. Cloud technologies like AWS, Azure, and Google services. So my most of the expertization on storage and backup and recovery management. So if you have any related things to ask me on description, so you can just post me or a question, or I also given the email address, you can just shoot me an email for any questions. So let's begin. So my course content or the course curriculum is going to be here. The course curriculum, so the first topic is going to be introduction to the Linux. So what is exactly is the Linux, how the operating system works, and everything is going to be explained in this here. And directory structure, so how the directory structure is formed, and what is its each directory importance in Linux, and CentOS 8 or RHCL 8 installation guide, how you can install it, what are the precautions you have to take while installing, and how you should effectively create the partitions while installing the operating system, all of this stuff. So one more thing is that remote server installation. So remote server OS installation is a very important, like if you have your company is located somewhere else in different country, so there is a server is provisioned, but you would like to install the operating system over there, so how you can do that. So that is also a part of this course, so that is most probably important for most of the beginners. So what are the tools you are going to use it? Okay, and booting process, accessing the Linux via GUI and CLI, how you can access it if any troubles comes while accessing the server, so how you can troubleshoot that process. Updating the Linux packages, standard input, output, and error, so how you can redirect your command input outputs to the different files and terminals. Changing the default targets, so how you can change the default targets and set your server targets. And basic Linux commands, which is going to be around 30 commands for basic beginners, and understanding and creating soft links and hard links. So this is very important for sometimes. Text editor, so most of the Linux administrator works on text editor for editing the configuration file. So how you can use this nano and vim files for updating or creating config files, editing config files, working with text editors, compressing and extracting the files, and getting help from command line. So how you can get the help whenever you do not have any internet access. So how you can get the from command line and get your command help from command line itself. So grep command, this is more useful when you are looking forward to the multiple line log files or anything. And Red Hat package management are the M repository, which is most commonly used for installing the packages on the Linux operating systems, and configuring and accessing SSH server and client configuration. So what are the parameters you have to set in order to provide a more security on the SSH access, and configuring the key based authentication, NTP server and client configuration, copying the files to the remote server. So how you can copy from one server to another server. So that is the one of the topic. And listing and managing Linux processes. So how effectively you can manage your processes if there is a performance issue. So how you can identify using this listing and managing the processes. File permissions, so this is the most commonly used in a Linux platform, and creating the standard Linux partitions and deleting the Linux standard partitions. So here most of the people are struggling here, like if you want to create a larger file system more than 2 terabytes, then how you can do that. So there are some tips and tricks of how you can do that. So that is also covered in this course. So one more thing is that creating the physical volumes. So LVM management is the most effective and popular in most of the organizations. So this is the very mandatory skills you need to have for organizations. One more thing is extending the LVM without disrupting the environment or without bringing any downtime to the servers. So reducing the LVM size, swap memory. So how effectively you can use the swap memory, and you can how to create the swap partition, and how you can extend if you required any swap on the Linux. So creating the users and groups, so security part of it. So we can provide the server access to the users more effectively. So most of the users, what they do is that just create the user and add it to the some wheel group, or provide the sudo access directly. So that gives more privileges to the user which they do not require. So how you can effectively maintain that users and groups for their required permissions only. So that is the one of the part. And modify user properties and password aging. So this is very effective for the security management. So deleting or decommissioning the users whenever they leave the organization, or they do not need the access control. So files and directory permissions again. So this is little bit more deep into the access control list. And special permissions, like how you can set GID, set UID and sticky bit options. Sudo access policies, how you can configure sudo access. Linux networking, so how you can configure the networks. And static IP, how you can assign it without editing the configuration files. You don't need to edit any configuration file to configure the static IP address in a latest versions. So how you can do that. So firewall rules, AC Linux policies, few things, a little regularly used schedules. So we can schedule using the cron tab, and installing and updating packages using RPM and M. Find and retrieve the container images from registry. This is little bit about the containers of Podman, Scopio, the new services in Red Hat Linux 8, and inspecting the container images, performing the management using the Podman and Scopio, and performing basic container management such as running, starting, stopping, listing, running containers. Okay, so all of this is going to be container related. Run as a service inside a container. Shell scripting, so little bit about the shell scripting. This is most required for the users, like if statement, for loop, positional parameters, exit codes. So most of these are mostly used in shell scripting. So this is not about the basics or something like that, but if you want something you would like to set up in your environment, so we can write is using this if statement, for loop, positional parameters. So this is the mostly used shell scripting methods. So I'm going to teach about them as well in this course. So we have few things more, which is container to start automatically the system. See how we can set up these services and attach the persistent storage to a container, and VNC server installation and configuration. So most probably used for the developers and other users for VNC connection to the servers, and NFS server and installation and configuration. Auto FS, so auto mounting the NFS partitions, sorry, NFS shares to the servers, how we can mount using the auto FS. And Samba server, which is a shift shares you are going to create from Linux and accessing from the Windows cross platform data sharing, how you can do that. So mounting again the Windows shift shares on the Linux side, and I can access the Linux Samba shares on the Windows side. So cross platform data transfer, how you can do that. So how effectively you can manage the permissions from Active Directory to the Linux. So that is what we are going to cover in this Samba server. So that's all about the content we are going to publish in this course. If you have any related topics, if I missed anything, so you can just post me on description, so that I will try to add to this course. Thanks again. You can, if you have any questions related to this things, you can just tweet me at aravikumar48, or you can just email me at aravikumar48@gmail.com. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. Help me to grow, and I will post more videos if I get more enthusiasm from you.